guys, this is Susie. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. In today's episode, I want to talk about why it is so simple to change your life. We focus so much on the tools that we use to change our lives. Well, in reality, all of those tools are a placebo. And the simpler we make the placebo, the easier it is. So if I'm scripting and I'm walking around telling people every time I write something down, I get it. If I'm walking around saying, I got it, 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 and that's how I manifest everything, that's exactly how I'm going to manifest everything. Everybody manifests differently. Before we learned the law of attraction, came to find Neville Goddard, before we learned about vibrations and energy levels, before we learned all of these big words, we naturally manifested things in our lives. But with the internet, we now go on YouTube, we go on Google, we go on Bing, we go to Yahoo, and we start searching a topic until we find the answer we legitimately want. So I want a car. How do I manifest a car in my parking spot? People say, imagine the car, you walk up to my window and I look down and it's sitting in my parking spot. Other people say, imagine holding the title. Other people say, imagine going and paying the insurance bill. Because now you wrote out a check or you called it in with your debit card or you're seeing it's automatically taken out of your bank account. They're all tips and techniques that we give you to manifest. But when you are focusing on the tips and the techniques and you're going, well, is this going to work? The reason my stuff works for people is because it's simple. I'm walking around all day saying, why am I happily living my dream life? In 10 words or less, I literally changed my life. I literally was struggling. I made less than $1,000 a month. Even though my bills are less than $1,000 a month, I didn't have enough money to cover my bills. I didn't know how I was paying the rent from month to month, much less the electric, and God forbid, groceries. That was like a 4-letter word. Toilet paper was a luxury. So how did I change it? Well, I was working at Walmart and I was doing tools. So I sliced lunch meat. There is up to 80 slices of salami in a pound of salami. And I would be, I am wealthy, 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 every time I was slicing lunch meat. Not just the salami, the ham, the turkey, the chicken, whatever needed to be sliced and I was slicing it, that's what I was doing. If I was stocking, every time I picked up a box, I would put it on the shelf. I am wealthy. Nothing changed. Because when I went home at the end of the day, people were like, how are you doing? I'm still struggling. I don't understand. I mean, I'm using all the tools and why am I struggling? Because no matter how many times you say I am wealthy, you're turning around and telling the universe you're not. You're telling the minions I'm not because you're struggling. So if I want to be wealthy, I literally have to sit there and be like, I got more money than I spend. Why do I have more money than I spend? Why do I make more money than I spend? Why are my bills only basic? When I started asking those simple questions, I didn't know where the money was coming from. I didn't know where it was ever going to come from. I didn't have this projection that I was going to be the next Tony Robbins or that I was going to be the CEO of Walmart. All I knew is I wanted to make more money than I spend. So I got a different job. I started making a little bit more money there so I could afford to go buy groceries and toilet paper and pay my bills. Then I got sick because my mental diet was, this is too good to be true. Then I went and got another job and I was like, wow, I'm really making money, but why am I struggling? And I was starting to count the dollars and cents. I have this much in bills, and I have this much in debt, and now I have this much in debt. So I had $8,000 in debt, and I had 4 months of bills to pay plus that current month of bills. So what did I do to change it? I simply started asking a better question. Why do I make more than I spend? Why am I only paying basic bills? When I started asking a better question, the money started coming in from different directions. I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't specify it. Now I know everybody says you have to be specific. I was specific, very specific. I make more than I spent. But I didn't put the minions on a job saying it had to be made in an XYZ way. All I said was, why am I making more than I spend? I wiped out $8,000, 4 months of back bills, plus current 4 months of bills in 4 months. So I paid $8,000 in bills and 8 months worth of bills in 4 months. Simply because I focused on a question that is 10 words or less. When I started focusing and making things simple, and I would go specific, generic, things changed in my life. So when I tell you to say, why am I happily living my dream life? I don't have to know every little detail of that life, because I know I don't want struggle. So the opposite of struggle is financial security or making more money than I spend, because that's believable. The opposite of sick is healthy, but that's again not believable. So if I were to say I'm living my dream life, that means I have money, I have better health, I have great friends because I get to go out to eat with somebody. I know that I wanted a nice place to live. I have a beautiful place to live. I know that everything I didn't want, I was talking about. But when I said, why am I happily living my dream life? Why am I making more than I spend? Amazing things showed up, because in reality, we kind of know what we want. We don't necessarily have to say, I want $2.7 million in my bank account. But we can have $2.7 million in our bank account. But first, we have to get out of the nothing's working out for me mode. We have to stop saying, well, what if I don't know? You do know. You know you want the opposite. You want that in the past, and you want to come forward and talk about how amazing your life is. I have an amazing life. John Schneider is a fan of mine on Instagram. How amazing is that? I didn't sit there and script. I didn't sit there and imagine. But because I'm living my dream life, John Schneider likes my posts. It's really awesome, the side effects that you get when you are specific, simple. In my dream life, I'm helping people. John Schneider is liking my posts, which people may see. I don't know. I see it, and I think, wow, I have this amazing celebrity that likes my posts. Isn't that wonderful? He's taking the time to read it if he's liking it. Anybody who likes my post is no different than Bo Duke. Bo Duke is amazing. John Schneider is an amazing man. I'm not scripting 80 hours a week. I'm not mentally going 80 hours a week. I ask simple questions. Why am I spoiled? Because I always get amazing parking spots. Because I make more than I spend. Because I have amazing friends. Why am I spoiled? Because people open up my pop bottles for me without even asking. People will literally be like, she's spoiled. Really? Why am I spoiled? And they will list the things that make me spoiled. My daughter does my hair. And she does an amazing job on my hair. And every time I go in there, it's like, this is the best job she's ever done on my hair. I got my nails done. And when I got my nails done, they're absolutely amazing. That's the best set of nails I've had since somebody who's like a big sister to me, Sherry, did them. They're perfectly shaped the way I want them. The details that she put into them are absolutely amazing. So I walk around and I'm happily living my dream life because the lady did my nails exactly the way I wanted them. I'm walking around living my dream life because people are wanting to know my secret. I'm walking around living my dream life not because I know what I want, but because I know my wants, my needs, and my desires are going to change. Today I want a Camaro. Tomorrow I may want a Ferrari. Next year I may want a Lamborghini. Well, I've always wanted a Lamborghini. That's besides the point. The point is you're going to change. And as your life gets better, the things you desire are going to change. I have a beautiful apartment. It's awesome. I have a studio. I have my bedroom. I need a bigger place. So I'm thinking, well, I need a bigger studio so I can paint and do YouTube videos. I love my apartment, and it's already dual with my studio as well as an office. But I don't really have a place to set up my stuff for YouTube. So I move around and I show you guys my house because I'm proud of what I've created. I've got new furniture, a beautiful TV. Everything that I've done is simply because I walk around in the state. Why is it working out for me? Why do I always get what I want? Why am I spoiled? Because I always get what I want. I can go from struggle and being broke to driving an hour and a half to get my nails done if I want and spend the day with one of my besties. I can find a really cool shop that's actually 6 blocks from my house that does my nails exactly the way I want. No questions asked. I can move forward because I know that the next set of nails I'm going to want is different than the set I'm wearing now. I know that when I go to see my daughter next that I may be like, I really like this color. Can we do it a little bit lighter at the roots? Or maybe I want to do it darker. I went from, my hair and my eyes to these really cute bangs. And she's like, Mom, your hair's getting curlier and curlier. I'm always talking about my curly hair. Why do I have curly hair? Because I'm Italian. Isn't it wonderful being Italian and I have curly hair? Instead of talking about being Italian and having this frizzy mop that goes poof. My daughter said it the other day and it made me realize. She's like, I just have this wild frizzy hair. So she flat irons it and she wants straight hair. So the more she flat irons it, she's like, I have straight hair. And she's getting straighter and straighter hair because she's training her hair to do exactly what she wants. You have to train your words and your mental diet in the exact same way. Why is everything working out for me? Why am I happily living my dream life? Well, I'm happily living my dream life because paying the bills is easy. I'm happily living my dream life because I make more money than I spend. I'm happily living my dream life because I have amazing friends. I'm happy in everything that I do because I remember what it was like to struggle. I remember what it's like not to have perfect relationships. So if you walk around and you change your story, a lot of people say move to a parallel reality. That's all changing your story actually is. You guys want to call it a parallel reality. I call it a story. Neville called it your mental diet. Tony Robbins says change your story, ask better questions. So I take Neville and I come from the end of what I want. I want to be happy. I want to be living my dream life. And then I take Tony Robbins, change my story, and now I'm asking better questions. So I mix Neville and Tony, and I mix Noah St. John, because he has some amazing stuff on asking better questions. You can't take a shower and go, why is nothing working out for me? Because you're telling the minions, I don't want it to work out for me. My son manifests with 3 words. I got it. So if I want something, I can't sit there and say, I want to live my dream life, I got my dream life, would be better. I got my dream life. That's what, 5 words? How amazing is that? Don't discount the simple things. Just start looking around and being like, life is wonderful, life is amazing, everything working out for me. I don't know how, I don't care how my things show up. I just know the minions are going to bring it, just like an Amazon package. I know that I'm no longer going to struggle because I'm living my dream life and everything's working out for me. The things that I talk about constantly are the things that show up in my life. So if I put somebody in radio silence, that's the worst thing in the world, because as a cop's daughter, radio silent means that the police officers aren't talking and they're going blind into situations so somebody can't hear something. And this is what we do to the people that we want to be with. This is what we do in all of our relationships. We create stories that mean absolutely nothing but the story we're telling. He doesn't love me. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't do the things that I want him to do. And then you tell your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your girlfriends, your male friends. You tell everybody who's willing to listen. Instead, start telling everybody who's willing to listen, you know what? I'm coming from the end and I'm going to create a new life. And in this new life, I'm happy and I'm living my dreams. Load your life with simple things that are natural and easy to do. And when you focus forward, you're not going to have a doubt. And the reason you're doubting everything and saying it's not working is because you're not changing internally. When you change the story internally and it becomes natural, you focus on that naturalness and you're walking around going, I am happily living my dream life. I get everything I want. I got this. I got that. You're no longer in the stage of wanting. You're no longer in the stage of needing. So your desires, when they change, easily come to pass because you know that your new state, your parallel reality, whatever you want to call it, the minions delivered in the most amazing, fun way possible. Try just asking one question for a week. Make it simple. Why is everybody nice to me? You're going to go to the store and find out that people open the doors for you. They'll get the thing off the top shelf. They'll see you carrying a bag and they'll be like, here, let me take that for you. That's heavy. They will get that thing off the top shelf because, again, 5 foot tall, I can't reach the top of the tree. They'll do nice things because you're walking around saying, why are people always nice to me? Why are people always showing me I am loved? Why are people always respecting me? Why am I spoiled? Those things will lead you to living your dream life. So ask a simple question. Tell me what question you ask this week and the results you get from it. Because you will find that implementing one thing that you can easily and effortlessly do will show you dramatic changes in your life within hours. I'm living proof, guys. You don't have to know everything, but you can turn around and say, I no longer want this life. Lead me to my dream life. And things will magically start happening that give you exactly that. I love you. You guys have a wonderful holiday season. And until next time.